Hello. Yo, yo. Hello. Welcome. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Does anyone else's back hurt? Me too. Yeah, me too. My back also hurts. Yeah. Me too. It was a long day today. We went to our second Pride of our area. And it was a long one. It was really long. Uh, like 2.5 hours, maybe 3 hours of parade stuff. It was nice though. I really got to kind of hang out with some people I've never hung out with before. Um, I got to get to know some new folks. I'm feeling kind of like renewed a little bit, feeling some spirit, some community. In any case, hello to Ugblut and Ugblut only. Welcome in. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Yeah, it's been hi Barry. It's been a long Sunday. I typically do not um do Pride, but me and Daniel have both been feeling um kind of a renewed sense of community and wanting to belong places and wanting to kind of stand up to, you know, all of that. Um, and so, you know, it felt good to go to Pride again. And we're not like a major city, or rather, the Pride we went to was not in a major city, but it is a pretty a big one. Um, that's a lie because the Pride we went to, I mean, is in the capital of New York, so I guess it is a major city. But anyway, the point is that it was a nice big Pride. Lots and lots of people, lots of young folks, lots of older gays. It was great. It was wonderful. Fantastic time. Truly fantastic time. I don't think I got a good picture of Daniel in the crowd walking in the parade because he was marching with his work colleagues. But I'll see what I got on my old camera in a little while. I hope you're all having a wonderful start to your Pride Month. I hope June has been nice to you. Right now, parts of the country are being tested, I think is the right word. But, you know, like I said, I think there is a renewed sense of community and wanting to belong and wanting to fight back that is kind of fueling me the past couple of months. So, yeah, it feels good. Feels good. Gonna bring in all the other voices. We're still waiting on Kel, I think. We're still waiting on Kel. Gita. Hi, Bruno. Bruno, you're early. Welcome in. It's good to see you. What is today? Happy whatever today is. I just said it. Happy Sunday. Oh my god. It's been such a long day. Let's see if I can get us over to the gameplay screen while we're here. Hooah. There we go. Oh, and we gotta reset the counter. There we go. Easy. Easy peasy. Let's look at stuff while I'm waiting. We have a new potential weapon, which I'm very excited about because I love a big ass hammer. D&D, that's correct. Reddit famous. Welcome in. Love your name. Big fan, huge fan. First time. D&D, yes. Yes, that's what this is. Only fan? Only fan? As in do not disturb. Oh, you're so right. You're so right. You're so right. You're so right. Sorry, text messages. Like I said, I've been kind of hanging out and getting to know folks again in my area.
Does anyone know if she's on her way?
Being friends with
Oh,
folks,
I didn't
all
mean
that
to.
stuff.
Brandon, did you talk to her?
I have been ripping and running all day. I messaged her a moment ago. Let's give her some time.
It's your
For
give her
I'm
give her like 5 minutes, and we're all here, I think, so we can catch her up.
Yeah,
If she doesn't get here.
sure.
I'm not meaning to be impatient. I'm just asking if anyone has spoken to her, that's all.
No problem.
It's no problem.
What was it talking about? The hammer. Wanted to use this damn hammer. Somehow. Somehow, some way, we'll figure it out.
Wait, I can snack. I'll be right back.
Real.
My only chance.
Enjoy your food, fam.
Man's always eating except for when he isn't eating. I've been eating less because I'm trying to drop a few of these chunkies. A little of this chunk. Just a little. Kind of sick of the belly. To an extent. To an extent. I'll say. To an extent. It seems like sometimes it isn't enough to just eat and lift weights. Sometimes you gotta lose a little chunk. Just a little chunk. Which is annoying because I don't wanna. I don't wanna.
Alright. During game earlier, I have another game earlier in the day. So during that game, I was DMing, of course,
DMing.
and my players were role playing. They were really getting into it, being really cool. They decided to try and sneak some snacks.
Ah.
And then, like, the moment my mouth was like super full and I was pigging out, someone needed some input from me, and I had to like just kind of ignore them. Not really ignore them, but like just not attend them while I chew and swallow. Or sometimes I might still have food in my mouth and then try so hard to sound like I don't have any. You know,
This was
so
not
it's-
one of those times.
It was not. It didn't sound gross or anything, thank goodness. But you can tell that I had something in my mouth while I was talking. On the plus side, it made my accent more convincing.
How nice.
Oh, lol. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Well, actually, wait, that shouldn't impact this. Oh, I'm trying on the mask.
I'm tracking an order. Tracking an order. I have some like masks and stuff I want to buy, and I bought some last week, and they're still on the way because they're coming from Canada.
Somebody wanted to do the recap. I'd like to start with that.
God damn it. Okay, sure, hold
Oh
on.
my god,
Not you, Baron. One of us. You can keep
LMAO.
snacking.
that is so funny.
LMAO.
Sure, go ahead.
Who wants to do it?
I got this. I think maybe.
Oh, nice. Let's go.
Yeah, give some content for the streaming. I sent one of my friends your link.
Ooh.
Press them.
Hello, friend. Hello, friend. Okay, so last game we finished up the battle with Van Brace and her little Baynite minions. A lot of which was just getting in some final blows because Van Brace was already dead, and those that remained were mostly just some Baynite foot soldiers. That still gave us a little bit of a run for our money, but thankfully some clutch heals and some good fighting maneuvers saved the day. We we were able to collect our two former Baynites, now Lathanderites, and head on back to Phandalin, where we gave everyone the all clear. No Baynites, no bad people coming to town, and we're kind of again regaled as heroes by the townspeople. Spent some time speaking to / pranking Harbin Wester, and Big Al and a few other NPCs. But then ultimately most of us ended up going kind of separate ways on to bed. We started wrapping up session by kind of waking up and everyone taking care of singular business. Conleth and I believe Zarek both went to the Lionshell Coster to handle some business. Louis is, I believe, still at the counter eating breakfast. Rin, oh, I don't remember what Rin was up to. I apologize. But I do remember. Oh, I remember. Rin was working out / meditating, and trying to figure out his
Making clothes.
yeah, oh, that too, yes, and trying to figure out his place within the party, if there's a place at all, and there is. And Gita was getting up to Gita X Clean Jaw shenanigans, wink, nudge, etc. Clean Jaw also got into Gita's pants literally. He wore lady pants. It was great. My favorite part, to be quite honest. I believe that's it.
Almost. Zarek, after having his breakfast and shopping at Coster, went atop his little hillock
Ah, that's right.
to
Yeah.
overlook the town. Yeah.
There's a big storm cloud not seemingly approaching, but it's out there.
Storms brewing.
Yeah, there's a storm just rolling in from the west. Maybe rolling in, maybe staying there. And yeah, that's where we left off. Thank you very much for that. Give you a point of inspiration for your trouble. See you.
TY.
Just a quick thing to note before we get started. The character sheet has changed just a little bit.
Hi,
Instead of the
guide.
tabs on the side, there are little things on top now. No longer tabs on the side. If you prefer tabs on the side,
Now use that inspiration to not die, cause dice. Thank you, Orleos. Thank you for 24 months, 2 years. Happy birthday.
But if you like it as is, good for you. I changed it back.
Do I like
We
this?
can get right back into it.
Kind of.
However,
What's this mean?
what I would like to know, because today is the day before your little celebration, your little acknowledgement ceremony, so to speak. It's nothing big, according to Harbin and Big Al, but it's just something to see that you're recognized as people who have contributed particularly valuably to the town.
I do like the new
And then the day after
sheets,
that,
but they do take some getting used to. Yeah.
If you are all still agreed, you are to escort Harbin Wester to Neverwinter. You're going to take the road to Neverwinter. And finally leave Phandalin for a bigger town, a massive city, in fact. A place where you can find your fortune and where any sort of adventure can unfold and any sort of trouble can crop up. What I would like to know from all of you, or as you know, there's a bit of morning shopping, which is fine. It's perfectly okay. I'd like to know if there's anything pressing that you would like to take care of in this day, because what I'm going to do is get this day over with as quickly as possible, because it's basically a nothing day, a downtime day. So if there's anything that your characters want to do in this downtime, let me know and we can arrange it. We'll see how to get it done so that we can move on, push the clock forward.
I wanted to do one thing, if possible.
So, go ahead.
Like Brandon, I'm sorry, like Zarek and Khan, I also wanted to visit the Lion Shield Coster, because I remember from the dragon, like Zarek called the fangs, but I wanted to get to the claws, because I wanted to see if there could be swords made out of them, and so I wanted to ask her about that.
Caravan's claws were huge, and yes, I do think you had 2 of them. The answer you get from her would be yes, but you'd also give the same answer to Conleth, where she has to send them
To
to
Neverwinter.
Neverwinter.
Yeah, and I'd be cool with that.
Yeah, basically you can get that done easily enough.
I have something.
Sure.
Well, Zarek said that he would have a conversation with Rin.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
We can do just that. Where, I think Zarek will be able to see Rin walking to the coaster from where he is. Is there any point where you would want to intercept him? Or just follow him back or whatever?
I think he would perhaps intercept him rather than have it be a more public conversation.
Okay. Put you both down on the map, so you can grab him, take him wherever you want to take him, and have your
Nice.
conversation.
Just yoink him up off the street. Like, you're coming with
Snatched.
me.
Oi. Okay.
Oi is so funny.
He's been red-napped.
Uh, what's howdy. How are you?
I am well. Concerned, but that can wait.
What are you
Are you
concerned
busy?
about? Oh. I mean, I was just gonna go to the coster, but not too busy.
You can find me when you are finished then.
Dog, you just dragged. Boy, tell me what you want first. I can. That can wait. That
Then,
can wait.
agreed. We need to talk.
Sure.
During the battle, I overheard you refer to me as your leader.
Oh yeah, I did say that. Now that I remember, yeah, I did. Heat of the moment type thing. Don't let it get to your head.
I am unconcerned with it going to my head. It is not something to brag about.
I feel like, sure. Continue.
More importantly,
Oh my
do
god.
you intend to join us when we leave Phandalin?
I didn't even know you guys were leaving. Where are you guys going?
That is because you left before we had our group conversation.
Yeah, I did.
He kind of stares at him for a moment.
Rin stares at him back.
Oh my
There's
god.
Awkward silence.
Get up,
Yeah,
right.
let the wind blow for a few breaths.
Oh my god.
We will be traveling to Neverwinter, escorting the smaller Harbin.
Oh, like
Smaller
I think
Western, yes.
Rin makes a bit of a face of disgust, and he's like, "Okay." And you guys all agreed to do that.
As much as there is ever any full agreement amongst this group.
I see. Well, you know, Zarek, you're a pretty trustworthy guy. So I feel like I could speak to you honestly about this. I feel as though there are ghosts from my past that are trying to catch up to me, and
No.
I feel like I've lived a particularly risky lifestyle.
That's
However,
apparent.
it's
That's very
not
apparent.
anything crazy. I'm not a notorious criminal or anything like that. However, like,
Darius,
you take a
hello.
look,
Welcome in.
and,
Nice
like,
to see
he,
you.
like,
Happy Sunday.
points to the halo and then does like points to himself. I'm not the most normal looking individual, and
You're gonna say that in this party?
I feel as though
What are we
me
doing?
being around would have put this town in danger.
That might be
I
true.
wasn't aware of you guys' plans to leave,
That might be true.
and so I didn't want to stick around and to wait for people to catch up to
Right?
me.
I'm saying.
Even still, I feel like me traveling with you guys would create an element of risk. Risk that I don't necessarily want to put on y'all. Not because I care about y'all or anything. I
Okay.
mean, I do.
Tsundere.
Not really. Kinda.
Betsy.
He feels like conflicted. He's going back and forth, trying not to make it seem like he cares.
Like
that
he's
much.
soft.
He's like, I just don't want to put innocent people I don't want innocent people.
It's not like
caught
I
up in
like
my
you or
business,
anything.
Is what he'd say.
I think Zarek is kind of almost blank faced, just listening. Like he is focused and as intense as Zarek always is. So he's just
Hi, you are
listening
drawing. I'm
very
glad.
intensely
I'm
and
glad that
does
we
not
are your
interrupt.
drawing time.
Just kind of like stands there, almost like a statue, until he's sure that Rin is done.
Mm.
And then once he is, he kind of looks thoughtful and says, "That is considerate.
It's
However,
not like I like you or anything.
I do not believe for a
Back.
moment that the group we are traveling with is, as the saying, they are not all angels. Whatever business you have,
Cheese.
perhaps it would be better met
Nice.
if you do not need to meet it alone.
Crispy red. Okay. Nice crispy
I
red.
can, of course, understand wishing to have your own matters remain your own. We all have.
Red
He stops.
and red.
Looks like he's thinking.
Thank you for
I
the
assume
redeem.
we
And
all
welcome in,
have such
Sharktastic
things.
Papa. Shark Deity. What's going
However,
on? Happy Sunday.
if you wish it, there is a place in the last resort for you.
That's our name.
That is the name currently. He got smiles at that.
The last resort.
Yes.
How'd you guys come up with that?
It was Gita's idea.
That sounds like Gita's idea.
Mm.
Okay.
I believe it is very fitting.
So true.
Sounds so incriminating.
It sounds so
Yeah.
incriminating.
I guess Rin like sits for a moment and he ponders and he's thinking and he didn't really think about the idea of having them like take on his problems or even him taking on his problems by himself. I think he kind of just imagined like being elusive to the point where his problems never caught up to him. And so when Zarek brought up the possibility of him confronting his issues alone, I think that, you know, creates a bit of anxiety that he didn't think of before. Because, you know, he's always been stealthy and elusive and on the move. So I guess he just figured if he continues his, what's the word? Nomadic lifestyle,
Hmm.
then it
Nomadic.
wouldn't catch up to him.
Oh, Gita's
But,
here.
Of course, there's always things that can go wrong. And so for the first time, he's considering, like, if his plan A doesn't work out, like, how would he react? And he is thinking that it would probably be better with other people. Because it's a pretty good plan A. However, no plan is foolproof. And so I think he looks at Zarek, he looks at his expression, he says,
Wah.
like, you wouldn't mind having me. I thought you found me annoying.
I find many of our group annoying.
So
Why
true.
do
You
want
are
to
not
travel
unique.
with us? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. He's not gonna say Jesus, but he's gonna say Jeez. Why do you
Because
travel with so many people that you find annoying?
Despite the many annoyances, there are times when
You're not special.
most are useful.
thinks on the party for a bit and said, "Yeah, I guess I agree. Most are useful." Hmm. So you're saying you'll have my back if I travel with y'all? Is that what I'm hearing?
I think Zarek takes a step in to like loom over him as he sits. As long as you do not attempt to get me killed again.
I didn't attempt to get you killed in the first place.
Stares.
Well,
Like,
Well-
let's not go back on this. I'm
well,
just saying. Actually, Rin is about to argue, and then he just like stops mid-sentence and he says, "I'm sorry."
Lights Brawler, thank you for the follow. Welcome and happy Sunday. Hope you're
I
doing
really wouldn't put you in
well.
danger on purpose.
Happy Pride Month.
I am fully capable of placing myself in danger. Do not worry.
Yeah. Well, Rin will start walking towards the coster and be like, "You make a pretty convincing statement, Derek.
I
Don't
know.
let anybody tell you that you're a weirdo, bro."
I am not. I am traveling with the lot of you.
He, like, he U-turns for a moment, and then he just chuckles, and then he leaves. And then there's the coster.
Of course, we'll go to the coster and get this business done. Zarek, do you point out the stormy horizon to him?
Yeah, I think before he leaves, he'll point it out, let him know that our path will take us through that if it does not move.
Let me go back. And be like, "What the fuck is that?"
It appears to be a storm of some sort.
Huh. You ever seen a storm like this before? Actually, Rin's been on the sea for a while. Has he seen a storm like this before?
Yeah, looks like a pretty normal storm. It just seems a little isolated, is all.
So it's not
that-
like a magical storm or something. It's like a standard typhoon or something.
It's like a standard storm, but it just seems to be very isolated over a large area, but relatively small area. Usually, the whole coast would be like brimming with the storm if it's coming in, but only a small part of it is. I'd say about 20 to 25 miles.
So I guess Rin would like put a finger in his mouth and put it in the sky and kind of see like what direction the wind is going.
I love doing
And then
that.
try and like look really closely to see if the clouds are moving at all in the direction of the wind. But I have to do like a perception check for that.
Give me a survival.
Okay.
Survive. What are we getting? What's the roll? First roll of the night. Oh yeah, a little bit.
That's my fault. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
First
Music
roll
in the
of the
I see.
evening. What's it gonna be? Oh,
All right, bro.
damn.
Bro didn't even spin. All right.
I can't really tell. Maybe if you got closer. And you're on land, it seemed like the weather behaves differently on land.
That's true. Well, Zarek said we're gonna go through that, right? So, yeah. I guess he'll say, I can't really tell from here if there's anything fishy with it. But I guess we'll get a closer look when we inevitably have to go through it. And then he'll go to the costume.
Right.
He'll probably be chit-chatting with Atayan, being like, "You've been on the sea, right? You seen typhoons like that just don't move?"
I think he'll answer. He answers. Why would I be on the sea?
I mean, you're really cool with water. Isn't the sea the biggest body of water? Like
Yes,
you
it
showed
is.
up in my bathtub. I feel like that's crazy compared to the ocean.
But your seas are filled with salt and impurities and
I feel like he nodding his head like I feel you, dog. I don't really like the salt and shit too, honestly. And you know how many fish pee in that shit? Yeah. Nah, I get you. I get you. Like you spitting, you spitting.
if you come to my abode at some point, you will find pure water. Expanses of pure water, clear as crystal, sometimes still as glass, other times a raging tempest, but always pure.
Oh man, that sounds fire. Well, the opposite of fire. Sounds water. Uh,
Oh,
honestly,
what a
yeah, you should
hateable
send me
thing.
an invite sometime. That sounds beautiful.
Yikes. Oh.
Well, you can. Well, you can visit me, but there will be certain caveats, of course.
Like what?
Do you really want to know?
Yeah.
Well, you need to bring me gifts. It's bad manners to come to my home with your hands empty.
That makes sense. What kind of stuff do you even like? Seems like you got everything you want.
I might.
Well, almost everything.
If you could find me more. More like you. Who
More
would
like
do,
me.
who would do business with me for various reasons. In your case, it was a matter of power and exchange.
Fair. Okay. So business partners. You want me to bring business partners to you?
Yes,
Okay.
perhaps some laborers for my estate.
Okay. I'll see if there's any people who like really clear water. And I'll ask them if they want a job.
Oh my god.
Actually, I know some jobless people. Like his eyes light up.
Oh my god.
He probably, after going to the coster, he'll probably go back to the inn and ask one of the people, one of the priests. So, which one of y'all really like water?
Oh my
I think
god.
that's gonna get some really strange looks. But eventually, the answer you'll get is we need
Job
water to live.
application jump scare.
So
I
suppose
know.
we will do.
Yeah, but like if you could live in a water place, would you want to?
Not particularly. I don't think all of us can swim. Nor would we want to constantly. Why are you asking this?
I was just curious. Business opportunities and whatnot. I always got money on my mind. I know you guys can't relate.
Oh my god.
That's just how it goes. When you're a real hashtag businessman, you'd get it. He pats one of them on the back like y'all will get it one day. When your pockets are lined, y'all get it. Y'all get it. And then he like leaves.
Oh my god.
Incredible. I don't think they'd have anything to say to that.
Who would?
Right. But yeah, Kita, to catch you up, we are basically kind of fast tracking the day, unless people have things that they want to do. So in Rin and Zar's case, they had to have a conversation. Rin went to the coster to get himself some dragon part weapons arranged, because today is just a downtime day, a kind of nothing day. So we're kind of fast tracking it so that we can get to tomorrow, and have the little ceremony of acknowledgement for your very good deeds, saving Fandolin like 3 or 4 times in a row.
So do we need to go to the coster to get gear made with the dragon pieces?
It's the best place to get it arranged. Like, she can't do it right away, but she will send the parts to a smith in Neverwinter, who can get it done for you.
Oh, okay. And then, so this session is going to be like the celebration.
I'm not sure if it's going to happen this session, But if
Okay.
we finish the day, then and the night, yes, then yes.
Okay. For that.
So if there's anything that you want Gita to do today in particular, run it by me and we can get it done. Even if
I-
it's literally just roleplay.
Well, I think if she's catching wind of people going to the coster to get gear ordered with the dragon leather and stuff, I think she would try and hop on that as well.
Okay. Yeah. The dragon parts that you have will be taken. And like, do you have any idea of what you want? Because I think you have a claw, teeth, not the big fangs. You have claw, teeth, and several scales, if I remember correctly.
I thought like she also got some leather, or I think like just a bunch of leather was gathered. So I assume that she would also be able to have some of that to make a new.
Oh yeah, the scales. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
can-
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So she definitely would want, I think, like a new leather dress, kind of armor dressy that she already has.
Ooh. Okay, so that's armor. And Greywind will be very happy to arrange that for you. And of course, she will say, okay, sending this to Neverwinter, you'll have to go in a couple days and collect it. And
Yeah, and
you're going to Neverwinter anyway, so it's going to be very convenient for you.
Yeah, and I think if she, with the teeth, I don't know like lore wise like what all like the value is of that in a weapon, but I think she would want like daggers made with the teeth.
Daggers made with the teeth? Right.
Yeah.
Armor.
Teeth dagger. Tooth.
Now,
Scales?
for your benefit, I think these are going to make +1 weapons. +2 if I roll a crit on their crafting.
Ooh.
Roll crit, baby.
But we'll get to that. Yeah, you'll be getting like enhanced weapons.
Yay.
Woohoo. That's it. She just had scales and teeth. I can't remember what else she grabbed.
She's got scales, teeth, and 2 claws.
2 claws.
Yeah, bigger than the teeth.
Hmm. I feel like she just would want to make some accessories with that, like on the armor, make it look more.
Okay, yeah.
Fluid,
So it'll be
you know.
studded leather armor. Very good, very good, very good. Excellent choice.
Oh, thanks. You know, it's the only kind of choices I make. Again, I'm really sorry, everybody. I was late. I'm very, very sorry.
Oh yeah, you're good, you're good.
It's been a day. I'm so sorry.
I hope we can make it better.
I hope you're
That's my
feeling
goal.
better, yeah.
It's just a lot of stressy stuff right now, but it's fine. I'll get it figured out.
I hope to stress you out in entertaining ways.
Yeah. Oh wait, can I use any? I don't know if there's anything that's left, but would I? Shut up, phone. Would I be able to use anything for Tippy Toe?
The dragon horse.
Tipito already has his barding, but I think you can probably enhance the barding. However, she will say you should definitely go directly to Neverwinter and get that arranged there, because she doesn't do that stuff. As in the dragon part specialization, and you would have to send the horse there.
Oh.
So she's like, okay, when you go to Neverwinter, here, go to this guy, and he will get this done for you. Because like, tell him I sent you, and yeah, he'll arrange it for you. So she'll basically give you the contact to get that done.
Nice. That's it. I think I talked to you a while ago with just with like the celebration how I did want to have her perform. So I just don't know when that's gonna happen. I just haven't had any time to like actually plan anything out.
That's fine.
So if I can't do it, then I can't do it. But yeah, that's it. I think that she would offer, after there, I think she would just try and go around and find everybody and just check in and see how everybody's doing.
I think you'll probably run into Rin and maybe Conleth coming on the way back from the coaster as you're going. Zarek is perched on a hillock to the south of town. Louis was in the inn where you left him.
Eaten.
Sure.
And I don't know where Ketra is. I have to go through my Ketra stuff after. But
Where's Clean
Oh,
Jaws?
he was just in his room.
yeah, he
Did
was
they
just in his
purposely leave him
room.
in the room?
I purposely left him in the room. And I was going to ask him whatever he was up, what he's up to. But for now, Louis, is there anything that you'd like to do today?
Change Enigma into Enigmal.
That's so
Alright.
crazy.
I am interested on the details and how you do that.
Yeah.
How you do it.
So to do like the hexblade weapon thing, I believe it's a ritual.
Yes.
And so I think Louis, instead of even going to his room, tells folks that he's going for a walk. And he finds like a very secluded part of town, probably surrounded by some trees because nature is useful for him in this endeavor. And he kind of sets up a little magic circle in the dirt, connects to his patron, sits and begins to imbue this mall with the same magic as his trusty and handy sword that he was given as part of his pact. And I think as he kind of channels that magic into the mall begins to change shape, in the same way that his sword is very clearly kind of magically made of two pieces of like dragon fang or bone or whatever it is that Ivar gave him. That influence begins to take hold on the mall as well, and it turns into this kind of creeping vine looking piece of metal for the handle of this mall. And then as it creeps towards the top, several rings that kind of look like vertebrae take form at the top to form the hammer part. And it's a dual-sided hammer as well. And it's all encased in crystal in this kind of crystalline purple, greenish, blue kind of material. The colors that kind of take on Ivar's form. And, you know, it shimmers in a kind of fey-like radiance when it's held by him. And despite it being like perhaps a foot or less shorter than Louis, he seems to be able to swing it and use it with some ease, although it's clear he's somewhat of an amateur at using it.
Of course, your patron tries to funnel at least some knowledge of how to swing his weapon, so you have proficiency with it. But of course, yeah, it'll take some getting used to. Ivar is not pleased. Well, Ivar is not displeased, but Ivar is very picky about it, decrying the weapon as blunt and dull, just like you. But it's what you want. It's what you'll get. It's that kind of passive-aggressive, supportive behavior.
I think
What you want
Louis.
is, sure.
I think Louis laughs because he's like, blunt and dull. That's kind of rude, don't you think?
I think changing your hurl weapon all of a sudden is rude. I got used to Enigma.
Well, we'll get used to this one. Oh, should we name it?
I will. I'll be mean until then.
Let's see. If the sword was named Enigma, then this shall be called Paradox.
Ooh. That's a good name. Very good name, actually. Kind of mad about it. Lo, you have the Mall Paradox,
Love Hammer.
and oh my god,
So
if you
excited.
Real.
and if you have any images or any stuff that you
Ooh.
want to send me about the hammer, let me know whenever you come up with it, and I will incorporate it into the game.
I'm gonna do that as soon as you start narrating something.
Well, is there anything else that you would do for just like the day that needs any specific attention?
No, I don't think so. Once he has the hammer and he is sure that no one was watching him do his ritual, um, he heads on back to the inn and just kind of spends his day lazing about. So he's like, how often do I get to do nothing?
Yeah, you've been literally going for quite some time, for a week and 2 days,
The Bonkinator? I could have called it that. No, it's Paradox.
and so many things have happened in that week and 2 days.
Yeah.
Sometimes to just sit and do nothing is might actually be quite welcome.
Yeah, he's ready for sleep again.
Right. That brings us to Maketra, if you're ready.
McKetray. McKetray.
Okay. Hello.
Hello. Hello. They
Okay.
would've- yesterday, the party would have finished off battle, come back to town, assured everyone everything was fine, and then gone to bed. And then it's the next day. Tomorrow is the day of the acknowledgement ceremony. So my question to you is there anything in particular Maketra would do today that needs specific attention?
Yeah, so the first thing I think McKetry would do before leaving the room would be to reflect upon the previous battle. And I think in this moment, he would be. So they already went to bed already. So, yeah, okay. So he would be standing in front of the mirror on the dresser and just kind of like pensively studying his own reflection or what left he can see of it, and he's going to be thinking back on how there were moments during that fight in which he was genuinely enjoying the combat, or
Ooh.
at least the viciousness and violence. And one thing that flits to his mind is when he was holding one of the clerics and dragging them across the spirit guardians spell. And he's thinking about how uncharacteristic that felt, and a little frightening, but also a little exciting. And then he's going to also think about how he actually did make an attempt to bite one of the other clerics, or the same one, during that fight in front of Zarek, but it did not work. And apparently Zarek didn't see, but that was also a very risky, uncharacteristic, and out of control thing that he is also not used to. So as he's thinking about all of these things, like, and he kind of like pulls back the corner of his lips to run a tongue over his fangs, and how
Ooh.
thinking about
I do that. That thing.
what this could mean in terms of what he is out here to actually do, in that this is also when he will decide that he needs to go see Adabra before they leave.
Ooh.
I think as he's leaving to go see Adabra, can he also use survival to see something about the weather phenomenon?
Oh yes, of course. You won't be able to see it in much detail, but you will see the darkness on like the horizon, just a patch of it. So yeah, go ahead and roll me survival. Your wisdom carried you there. And proficiency.
12.
Okay, so looks like a storm
12.
is rolling in. A small one. It looks very isolated, but an intense one. And you do notice that the storm and the wind are at loggerheads. The wind is blowing from from the northeast and sweeping sort of westward in a gentle curve, kind of like bracing against the Sword Mountains and then turning west to blow across Fandolin and toward the sea. There's obviously an inbound breeze from the sea, because that's usually how it goes. And perhaps that convergence is what's causing the stormy weather. But in that case, it would be storming all the time. So that weather is, it's not too unnatural, not too unexpected, but it is strange. It's not normal.
Okay. So he'll just make a note of that, kind of like give it a long glance as he's walking, and then turn his attention elsewhere, and then he would go see Adabra.
Adabra is, as always, very happy to see. Store is open today, as it is most days. Some days it's closed, but today it's not closed today. It might be closed tomorrow. And she will immediately attend you and ask what it is you need.
During one of our previous battles, I have acquired something of powerful alchemic importance, and
The
he's gonna pull
first
out the vial of
tsundere
dragon
shop.
blood.
Ooh. Dragon.
And she looks at you and asks, "Whose blood is this?"
This, did we get that dragon's name?
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
Cryovane. Yes, this is the dragon Cryovane's blood.
There's a moment where she looks just a little greedy and excited. Dragon blood.
Yes. I assume that you are able to work something with this.
There's so much I can do with dragon blood.
Oh boy.
It's
Akira,
just a matter of what you
hello.
want.
Happy Sunday. Welcome in.
What do I want, actually?
Oh my God.
Know what dragon blood can be made into.
Yeah, I mean, I had an idea, which seems like the most logical option, but there are also so many other things. Okay. He's going to say, could this be used in order for your synthesis of the potion that we were discussing last time?
Yes, I could. Actually, I could use this as a reagent to. Yes. I think with this, I'll be able to place several effects into that potion instead of just one. It should stabilize it completely.
Do you think you could do that before tomorrow? Or the end of the day tomorrow?
Yes. I will unfortunately have to miss a portion of your ceremony, but I don't think either of us will complain about that. Yes, I can do it.
What she says.
Basically, she don't want to come.
Okay. He is not offended, and he doesn't seem to care either way. And he just gives a nod. Then you can tell me about the full effects of this potion when next we meet.
Yes. I hope I get it working.
I have full faith in you.
I won't charge for this either. It's just a privilege to work with Dragon Blood.
Are you sure?
Whatever you see fit to pay me, I'll accept gladly.
He'll give 100 gold, and he'll say, "This will also further assist in the restoration of the town."
She smiles. So it will. Thank you.
And then he'll nod, and then he'll leave.
Yeah. Easily done.
And I don't think that he will go to the coffer, because I believe he would have a contact in Neverwinter who could directly get him something. In exchange for the... Yeah. And so that's it.
Very good. And I think it's mostly everybody who we did not cover last week. Conrad, is there anything you want to do today in particular? You have the whole day ahead of yourself. Is there any particular business that you'd like to attend to, or is he just going to take the day and be free?
No, thank you.
Right, so relaxation, vacation day for Conrad. De-stressing.
Louis, there's like I think there's what looks like a love seat or a couch in the inn, from what I remember.
Yes.
Louis takes that the whole day. He's just there.
Okay. At points in time, you'll be in the company of the priests, who seem to like the fire.
Ugh.
But if you look like you want to be left alone, they will leave you alone.
No, he's... I imagine he's either like reading a book at one point or like practicing some sort of magic at another, but he's like, he has not moved from that seat like all day. That's just me. That's what I do on weekends when I don't have to do anything. I'm in the same spot.
Honestly, same. Right, so the day is going to pass by. It's a little trickier for me than I thought it would. I'll have to put everyone here. And I do think the night will also pass without incident. But before you go to bed, you will receive a message from Harbin, not personally. He wouldn't deliver it personally. He'd send someone, just a townsperson, to let you know that it would be good if you all came down to the common room of the inn, the Stonehill Inn, to meet him at 9 o'clock in the morning. And he'll make sure that each of you gets this message. Everyone knows. And you all will have a fairly uneventful night, except for Gita, who was promised an eventful night.
Cool.
That's 2 bars that got laid today. I need to reevaluate my DMing.
Love that for us.
Maybe 3.
Oh,
Maybe
wow.
3 of Connor's getting freaky deaky tonight. Like, what's happening? What kind of example am I setting?
Playing into the tropes.
Yeah. Alright, so that's 7 of you, because Clean Clothes included. Alright, I'm just gonna fast forward the clock. If you'd like, you can take the benefits of a long rest. I don't know if anyone spent anything today. I don't think so, but go ahead and take it anyway.
Oh, I never took the long rest from the first time.
Oh yeah, you go ahead.
Are we ending the day?
Yeah, you're gonna end the day.
I do want to have Kita do something before like she goes to bed.
Sure. What will she do?
Clean jaw.
Nice. Well done.
Anyways, She's gonna kind of like, probably like late at night. She's going to. I think this is probably gonna be after like everybody retires to their rooms, and is asleep. She's actually gonna sneak out. I'm happy to roll stealth if I don't know if anybody is awake or listening or anything like that. But she is going to try
Look
to
at Trey
walk.
is awake.
Rin is also awake.
Okay, she's going to try to leave the inn without no one realizing it.
That would require a stealth roll.
Man, you gotta get rid of some clean gun.
My man's passed out.
Wait, is Naketra even in the inn right now? Hold on, let me look at this.
Wait, I don't even see. Where's my stuff to roll? I have utility, effects, attributes.
You gotta double click on yourself.
Yeah, you gotta go.
Oh, thank. I'm like, oh, I'm clicked on tippy toe.
Lol.
Wait, I don't even have a me. Where am I? Oh, there I am. Hello? Where am I? Oh, there.
I'll put
Wait.
you down. I'll put you on the map.
I'm like, yeah, I only have access to tippy toe.
There we go.
There we go. I was like, what the hell?
What the hell?
Okay, stealth. Oh, okay. Well, she's not very stealthy.
She's stomping down the hallway in the dead of night.
I wouldn't say she's stomping.
What?
Okay.
What?
Doing her tippy toe impression.
About what time do you think this would be?
This is probably 2 a.m. maybe.
Okay.
Honestly.
Well, probably like 1 a.m. Probably like midnight to 1 a.m. Actually, you know what? Let's just say midnight. Let's on the dime midnight.
Can I roll to see if Louis wakes up?
I don't think she's genuinely stomping, guys. Okay, that might be
Stomping.
crazy.
Yeah, I
Some
don't
are
think
not
that'll
that
work
crazy.
for
Actually,
anybody.
Rin's up. He's just knitting.
Do you want? I mean, he is not stomping. But
No,
if
yeah,
you are-
it's-
yeah.
He would probably be asleep, so I don't think he would wake up.
Yeah, I think it's more of just maybe if the people who are awake would know.
Yeah, I
that
was-
Cheryl's leaving, but I don't think she's noisy enough to wake anybody up.
But let's see if either of them roll a natural one. Maketra, Rin, roll me.
Maketra is outside.
Maketra's outside. Ooh,
Worse.
that's worse.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Rin. Roll me a perception.
Your enemy is outside, actually.
Oh. 19.
You hear someone outside your door trying to be sneaky, heading out from your floor. It's nothing strange. Could be someone sneaking down to get a midnight snack, to meet somebody. Could be anything.
I think because it's so late, nobody else is moving, right? Like it would be, the inn would be quiet at this hour, right?
Yes.
I think he'd be a little bit nosy, maybe sneak around and see what the hell they're doing stealthily at this hour. And then as soon as they make an indicator of what they're doing isn't interesting, he'd go back. But until then, he'd be nosy and probably follow or something.
Alright, so you roll me a stealth now, please, Rin.
Dog. The twos. What the hell?
Wait, wait.
Gita, you're pretty wary, making sure that you're not seen or followed. Please roll me a perception check.
It's a battle.
I perceive.
Everybody knows what the other's doing.
Oh, a dirty 20. Yeah. Rin, your attempts to follow stealthily are foiled by your own self, it would seem.
Low.
Gita, you notice that Rin is kind of tailing you out the end.
She stops before, like, going all the way down, like, out of the, and she turns around and goes, can I help you?
I was just being nosy.
Oh, I'm just going to say goodnight to Tippy Toe.
Lame. Rin goes back upstairs.
That's so funny.
She's in fact not going to say goodnight to Tippy Toe.
Oh wait, nah, you gotta roll that deception, dog.
Yeah. Gotta roll a
You
deception
believe
for
it.
that. But if you choose to believe her, Rin, you can. And just go
I
back
mean,
up.
lie to me, nigga. Sorry, lie to me, dog. Fuck, whatever. Uh, like, I mean, does he make any indications that she's lying?
That's what we will have to like. Are you suspicious that she's lying, or will
Yeah,
you
like,
take
are
her at
you?
face value? If you're
I mean,
suspicious, then you'll have to roll.
I mean,
Your knitting is
I
calling.
I don't think he's like suspicious in that like he thinks that she's lying, but he is like watching to see like I'm waiting to hear what the fuck you're up this late, like what's going on.
Okay.
And
So Gita, on your chat box there, you see like your dice is set to public roll. Set it to private GM roll for me, please.
Heard.
Right. And Rin, you do the same.
okay. Private GM role.
Private GM roll. And Gita, I'd like you to roll me a deception, and Rin, I'd like you to roll me an insight.
The battle continues.
Question:
Uh huh.
Would it be deception or persuasion or either?
Deception, depending on. Oh well, either. Depending on if you're lying or telling the truth.
Liar.
Oh, what the fuck? That was so funny the way that dice just rolled. Did you see it? Did you see the dice roll the way that I did?
I wasn't looking. I was looking at the chat thing. Okay. I'm gonna privately message you, Rin.
Okay.
Secrets and battles. Today on D&D.
And you can do what you can act accordingly with that information. This is juicier than combat, actually.
Ben would be like, "That's nice of you, dog. You know,
Oh my god.
honestly, people don't really give the horses enough credit for what they do for us in battle. You know, before tomorrow, I should say bye to Tippy Toe too." And so he's like, "Let me come with you. Let me come with you."
She just shrugs and then continues to the stable.
Okay. Now, in the middle, with all this going on, where is Makacha? You said he was outside the inn. Is he directly outside it, or is he somewhere in town?
I don't think he went super far, but I think he is like somewhere in this area. I want to say here, maybe here.
Oh, let me go back to the fandom now because I wasn't another one. Where did you say?
Here.
Okay, it's not too far. It's like someone's backyard. Looks like.
Guess.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Okay, so you're not close enough to them to warrant. Okay, you seeing them more than I'm seeing you. I'm gonna fix the map. The Stonehill Inn. I'm gonna put Gita and Rin here. I line up everyone for tomorrow. So you guys are just gonna have your tokens in the inn. Gita and Rin. So you can ignore the fact that your tokens are in the inn. Not actually there. Some of you are sleeping. Some of you are out. Fine. You can run outside and look at Gita and Rin from afar if you want. It's up to you. I go places here. It's the equivalent of the DM leaning over the table and scrambling to put the minis down.
Oh.
Right.
simultaneously here.
Okay, so yeah, either you were leading the way to Tippy Toe or the stables.
She does, as she's walking up with Rin, she reaches in her pocket and hands over some sugar cubes to Rin. That she had.
Oh! I think his eyes light up. For a second, he forgets that he was even suspicious. Because he's like, oh, it's so cute.
She just walks in. She goes, yeah, those are Tippy Toe's favorites. You should give him some.
Tippy Toe, you know, thank you for your hard work, big horse. I was going to say big dog, but I don't know if that's culturally insensitive. He's saying all this out loud.
Oh
To the
boy.
horse. And so, you know,
She just kind of blinks at him.
here's some sugar cubes. He holds out some.
I don't know if Tippy Toe will like Rin.
Roll me animal handling, Rin.
Real.
This is the first time anybody's interacted with Tippy Toe besides Gita.
So Tippy Toe is kind of sleeping. Got up, cantered over, and is wary of the sugar cubes from you, Rin. They're, at first, for now, refused.
I look over to Gita. I'm like, vouch for me, fam.
Oh my god.
She just kind of stares and then reaches over with 2 sugar cubes in her hand. Her hand's like out flat, so she doesn't get bitten. And she offers them to Tippy Toe.
Tippy Toe does, in fact, just start looking at the sugar cubes. Very long tongue. It's kind of gross, actually. But Tippy Toe seems content with it.
Gita just kind of looks around like, you have to come spend more time with him, and then he'll trust you.
That's a good point. You know, it's really nice getting to spend a lot of time with people and building that trust. You know, it's cool being able to do that. I'm glad I've been able to spend time with you and build up that trust.
She just kind of nods slowly, goes, almost like unsure of like the statement kind of thing. She goes, yeah, I agree. I am glad you're back, and hopefully you're staying.
Yeah, I think I will. But yeah, I mean, I'm happy to chill with you. I couldn't really sleep either. So, you want to just vibe and hang out for the evening before the ceremony tomorrow?
She kind of takes a deep sigh and with full sincerity just goes, I'd actually really just like some alone time if you don't mind.
Like with actual sincerity?
Yeah, like genuinely, like no. I mean, if you want, I can roll, but
No.
she didn't.
Just if you being sincere, I think he sees that, and then I think like he feels a little bit bad for being suspicious of her, and then he scratches his head. Said that makes sense. You know, I as much as anybody knows that sometimes you just need alone time. I'm not gonna lie. I thought you was lying to me earlier, so I came because
She right to the side. She goes, why would you ever think I'd lie to you?
I don't know. I just seen a lot of people lie, like Louis, like he a liar, and so I just
What?
kind of tell these things, you know. And
What?
so, you know, I thought you were lying, and so I was a bit suspicious. I can't lie.
Say
But,
that to his face. Say that to his face.
She
Excuse
just,
me, sir, you're not in this interaction, please.
She just shrugs and goes, well, I was planning on, saying goodnight to Tippy Toe, and I do want some alone time.
I
No lies
respect
here.
it. All right. He dabs Gita up. And
Dabs
he's
him
like,
back up.
have a good night, fam. You know, I'll catch you
Right,
tomorrow.
straight, absolute
Take care,
straight
enjoy your-
shots.
Oh, it's the party too. Oh, have a good night. You know, and Tippy Toe, like he salutes Tippy Toe. You know, I get it. I wouldn't want to take candy from a stranger either. You was raised right for a horse. I respect it.
You was raised right for a horse.
Just blinking. Um, she does kind of peek out as Rin walks away.
He goes to the Lady of Luck statue, and he goes there, and you go like reflect on his days here in Phandalin and how lucky he's been to be alive. Given that he was eaten twice, rocks fell on his head, he fought a dragon, he got jumped by Bay Knights, there was a Thunderboar. He could have died a lot.
Don't forget getting blown up twice in the same
Oh
room.
yeah, getting blown up twice in Axholm, getting literally killed in Axholm because dude hit me with power word kill, which was outrageous. Like, yeah, so honestly, you know, he reflects on the whole journey just sitting by the shrine of luck there.
So once Rin's out of view, Gita pops out of the barn, kind of looks around to see if anybody's there that she can see, and then in like a blink of an eye, suddenly it's other Gita.
Oh.
And she
Otra.
walks around the barn to go towards the outskirts of the town.
Let's take us to the town map then. Should be somewhere here. Yeah, there you are.
Heard. So she's gonna kind of try and. So if he's going that way, she's kind of
Going
going
around
like,
the back.
yeah, kind of behind here, not trying to be out in front of the businesses, like going this way, and kind of muttering like under her breath to herself, as if she's just like talking to herself as she's walking this path out to the town.
Would I notice that?
Gita, Rin, go ahead and put your dice thingy back to public roll.
I did, yeah.
And Gita, go ahead and roll me a stealth. Makatra, you roll me a perception, please. Gita is
Bro,
battling
why?
everyone. Oh my god.
Why am I just the unstealthiest motherfucker in this building?
Maybe it's the,
You got
maybe it's
big-
the hair.
You got big clompers.
Maybe it's like the
Wow.
Like,
fire.
hair, she just like flames for hair, like you
Like-
can see that coming.
They're like you're sneaking, you're actually doing a good job, but your head is on fire. And
Right.
that's just a giveaway.
We talk about it.
Makatra, this is something you do observe.
Okay. Huh. Especially because this other other Gita. Yeah.
Geety.
I was thinking of something else.
Baked
Other
Geety.
Gita. I think he would follow, but at a distance.
Distance.
Alright,
Or
so
just
now
to kind of see what she's doing rather than like. Because she don't need to know that he's out here either.
yeah, now Gita, are you paying attention to your surroundings as you're moving, or are you just focused on getting to your destination?
I think she is somewhat paying attention. She's not like hyper vigilant, but she's vigilant.
That's enough. So the tables are turned now. I need Makatra to roll me a stealth check and Gita to roll me a perception check.
Battle.
This is fun.
Battle.
Just dice battle
I
this
know.
session.
And I roll like poo dookie.
Oh, ooh, he out stealths you.
I know, every time.
Makatra manages to stay to the shadows now that you notice.
Every
Go ahead.
time.
Go on, proceed with what you were doing.
Okay. I don't know if he's close enough to really hear anything she's saying.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. So she's gonna kind of come over here. She just wants to be away from the road, but she's gonna probably stop over by this like tree right here, and just kind of be by that fence area.
Alright.
just waiting to see how close McKetra's getting.
Oh, we can move. What is this?
It's the ruins of an old house.
Oh, okay. I think we could hide in some ruins.
All right. And at this point, I don't think she would have noticed you. Okay, yeah.
So there's a tree right here. He's on the other side. So she's pacing back and forth. So what McKetra would see is if he's able to see her from that distance is because there's a tree right there blocking. So when she's behind it, he can't really see her. But she's pacing back and forth. So what he sees is she pops out on one side of the tree, like pacing back and forth, and it's that other Gita form, that like slightly monstrous green, milky, steamy flames.
She-Hulk.
Eyes smoked out. And then when she walks back the other way, it's just normal Gita that you know. And it just, as she's pacing back and forth, she's just muttering to herself, and it just goes back and forth, back and forth. And there's like, seems like there's some physical struggle, like her head's shaking, her hands are like fisted and clenching, and like it's like an internal battle going back and forth. And each time she passes that tree trunk, it is a different form of Gita.
Ooh, I love that.
That is a very cool visual.
Yeah.
Take inspiration for that, actually. That was actually really impressive.
Oh, thanks, man. I'm just waiting. I don't know if McKetra's gonna come close.
Oh, he's not going to do anything. He's just going to watch from here.
Okay. Can you hear her from there?
I do not believe so, no.
Okay. So then this is not things that people would hear then. Well, maybe someone does that. I don't know that is around, but
Right now he's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's about 70 to 80 feet away from you, so I don't think he'll hear you unless you're shouting.
70
No.
feet? Oh, wow.
Man, that is really far.
That's farther than I anticipated. Like, let's see. Damn. Okay.
Your
now-
tokens are big, but
Yeah,
the
I'm trying
distance is a
to.
lot since it's a town map.
I'm trying to be okay. Cause how far is
Wow.
this?
40.
40 feet? Oh, each square is okay.
Yeah, because it's a town map. It's not like a
Oh,
normal map.
okay.
40 feet.
Yeah, it was like I'm like, this is not computing in my brain. All right, damn. Okay, that's still pretty far. I guess he's as close as he can be without drawing her notice.
That's right.
Okay, can you hear her?
It would depend on his perception roll, and the DC will be a little high. It'll be a DC 16 perception roll for him to hear you. Ooh.
Wow. Okay. I've been rolling single digits for all of my rolls.
Yeah, I'm not, bro. My rolls have not been. They've not
Not
been
on
good.
Friday. I was rolling single digits for
Not very cash
everything.
money.
Yeah, it's been kind of whack today.
I will give him this, not to like help him, but as she talks, she does start to talk louder.
Wait, do I have anything for this even?
I don't know if you'll be able to make out what she's saying, but she is like the more.
Got the
frustrated
real
she
red
grows as she's
going on?
pacing, the louder
Yeah.
she is getting, but not like shouting, just normal
Oh,
kind of
but
talking.
normal kind of talking. I'll
Yeah.
go with the DC to about 13. But still, 11 is still not enough.
Accept your
Five hours you
fate.
wanna use?
Accept your
Yeah,
ears.
that's what I'm looking.
I have vampire hearing. That's tough.
Give him the pointy ears.
He's reading the lips with vampire vision.
Lip reading is actually a skill. I let
I'm
people
saying there's
know.
a feat for that.
Yeah.
Really?
Wait,
That's
hold on.
sick. I want
So
that.
this is actually, you know what? We're gonna forgo all the rolls. I'm just gonna become invisible.
What? Okay.
Yeah, he's like, I'm just gonna see what
You
this
saw the
tweaker is
roll.
doing.
He said, "I'm nosy as fuck. I gotta find out what's going on."
Like at this point, like she's just tweaking. I gotta know.
Oh my god.
I mean, you just have to roll, but you'll have a plus. I think it's an either advantage or plus 10. I think it's advantage. Yeah, advantage when you're invisible.
Okay. So
Okay.
roll it again.
Make yourself invisible first.
Uh,
Or I can do it for you, depending.
yes.
Jeez.
How do I do it?
Is it an ability or a spell?
Oh, do I just click it?
Yeah, target yourself and click it.
Invisible vampire who specializes in beating people to death is kind of scary.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know how to.
Oh,
Oh,
I wasn't expecting that at all.
And then roll.
Your exposure to the Shadowfell's magic has changed you,
There you go. Go ahead.
granting you the following benefits. Shadow touched.
One more time.
That'll do, monkey. That'll do.
that'll do, kid. That'll do.
Ooh, 2 good rolls. Alright, yeah. 25 in stealth, you are quiet and undetected, so you can probably get closer. Gita, I would like you to roll me a perception check, please. Because there's every chance that you get a nat 20.
Oh, honey, don't even wish it upon me.
Don't even wish
Oh,
it
wisdom.
upon
Okay, I
me.
forgot. Did I do wisdom roll? Oh, yeah, perceptions.
Yeah. You wise as fuck.
There you go. So what is Gita saying? Now Maketcha will be able to hear her because he's close.
Okay, so as he gets near her, he hears 2 very different tones. And he's hearing somebody that he recognizes, which is Gita, and then somebody who he might not necessarily recognize. The voice and the form of other Gita. So she's pacing back and forth, and it's like she's having a conversation with herself. So each time it ripples back and forth, she's like, "Stop. No, you stop. No, stop. No, you stop. Go away. No, you need me. Who are you? You." And just kind of goes back and forth. And it's just this back and forth argument with herself. And she just kind of stops, walking for a second. And this is normal Gita form, and she's like clutching her head for a second. And she's like, "What did I do? What did I do? What did I do?" Over and over and over again. And then other Gita comes back.
You but greener, right?
She was like, "You're weak. And you can't survive this. And this is why we are the way that we are." And then like other Gita kind of like rips back. And she was like, "No, no, no, you're bad, you're evil, and you're bad." And then other Gita comes back and she goes, "No, I'm who's keeping you safe. I'm who's keeping everybody safe. You can't help them." And it just kind of goes back and forth, arguing over and over again.
Very interesting.
It's like, oh, okay, somebody else is also having an internal struggle. That's so relieving.
Man,
That's
I'm not the
so
only one in the party of
relieving.
tweakers.
So as normal Gita, because at this point she's using all of her willpower to kind of maintain herself, she can take a deep breath, close her eyes, and she's going to try and reach out.
Roll me, as I grab my notebook, 1d100, please.
Oh boy.
You
It's
want me to public or private?
time. Ooh.
Your choice.
Now I want to see that.
I want to see.
Ooh!
Private.
Your nosy table mates would like this.
Nope, too bad.
Man, she
You-
got 2 question marks.
You freak.
I want to know what the trouble is.
Right.
Yeah.
I love rolling D100s. I want to know what the number is.
Oh, I need to make something.
Uh-oh. I'm so excited for you and
Ketchu
for
just
me.
Gets bombed. Just hear a loud.
An airplane falls out of the sky onto Makeche.
My bad.
It's crazy. One of our party mates got firebombed one day for the ceremony.
I want to point out, remember, Zarek said, nah, you're not the only weird one.
Fair, yeah. I mean, I thought he was just being playful. I didn't know it was genuine tweakology like this.
Tweakology.
Trichology. Okay.
Yes, she
Listen,
got a PhD in it.
Gita's just having her Dark Phoenix She-Hulk moment. It's fine.
That's not a just moment.
It's fine.
That kills people.
Should be,
The music is off, by the way.
So,
Right.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Out next to you appears a red mote of flame.
Oh.
It's a tiny mote, but it sheds quite a bit of light. And it acknowledges you, speaks to you in what sounds to someone else as crackling flame. It says to you, in this crackling language, that you may or may not know. I gotta check, actually. Yeah, you do speak it. Speaking to you in Ignan, the primordial elemental language of fire. And it says to you, did you call me?
She responds in that language as well. Yes. Can you help me? What is happening to me? What is wrong with me?
When your fire burns bright in moments of need, at times your flames may kindle onto the world around you. The flame that is born from it may be more destructive than the flames that birthed it. You must work to reconcile these flames.
Ooh.
Bring the flame in. Let it burn within you. And when the moment is right, and
Some
you are
freak
in
shit.
need, call upon it. Offer yourself to it.
But why? Will I still be me? What's happening? Why am I not whole?
Make us
You
whole
are not
again.
whole, because perhaps you have broken yourself. But even pieces of
Why
you
am I not
are
whole? Why
you.
am I pole?
And when pieces of you are united, you will be more you than you are now.
But how did I break?
That is a question
Shut up.
that is
This
individual to all of us.
is my hole. It was made for me.
That you must discover for yourself.
So you know?
I do not.
Does she know? Like referencing inside her.
She may. And if she will not tell you, then the only way is to become one and access those memories for yourself.
Ooh, the music.
She gives like a very long, defeated sigh, and Common just kind of grumbles and just goes, "It's very unhelpful."
It is more than you knew moments ago.
And who are you? In Ignite, whatever the hell it is.
I am a friend, reaching out when you call.
Wow, she finally did it.
You're not like another version of me, right?
No, I am not. I don't have your luscious locks.
Duh.
Oh,
That's true.
That's true.
Do you have any advice? Anything to help me become one?
There's a moment, meditation, spiritual focus, mental acuity. Find people who are capable. Follow their guidance.
Shit.
They will be able to aid you.
My last question. She says this in common. What if I can't become one?
Then you will remain broken. And pray that you do not erode. Erode and become small enough for your other selves to take over. I may
Oh,
have
selves?
some advice.
Selves? Plural? As in more than
Yes.
just the one she knows about?
This may seem strange, but I have seen many strange things. It will be up to you to discover what these words mean and act upon them. Eat the heart that casts the light atop the Tower of Storms.
I really should have brought a pencil and paper. Eat the heart that casts the light on top the what?
Tower of Storms.
Tower of Storm. Oh, people love to be vague.
Some things only hold power when you discover them for yourselves.
Right. I know that's right.
Otherwise, they break your mind, body, and spirit, and you unravel and become as nothing.
I know that's right. Say it
She kinda
again
looks
for the
like she's
people in the
having, like,
back.
an internal battle, because theoretically she really is. As
Say
her
it
hair
again.
kind of almost shimmers as if it's trying to shift into a different form.
A
Her
new
body is kind of
reality.
vibrating as it seems like she's genuinely fighting to maintain herself. And her eyes kind of flash from smoky to normal, back to smoky gray. And just that quick, deep voice of other Gita kind of pops out and goes, "Enough. She will not win. She cannot."
If she wins, you win as well. For she is you.
She's weak.
Yes. So that means you have work to do.
She kind of
Wow.
just cocks a brow at that. She goes, "Maybe. Or maybe she just needs to go."
Who's
Strong
the
as you
real
are,
one? Who's the real
you need
one?
to live as a whole. Destroying a part of yourself will not aid your cause.
If it must be done to keep her safe, I'll make any sacrifice.
There's a moment of quiet, and the mote of flame just says, "Remember that." And it fades away, and douses the place in darkness.
She kind of just flops back against the tree really roughly. It's just normal Gita now. Absolutely exhausted mentally. Kind of hits the back of her head on the tree trunk. She just looks up towards the branches and the leaves. Very, very defeated sigh.
Right.
She goes, "I don't know what to do. I don't know if I should ask for help. Should I even stay?" And then she'll kind of turn around to start heading back to the inn.
Now, Makatra, you would have heard a good bit of what Gita was saying to herself, But when that little flame came in, I don't think you would have understood anything. Let me check your language.
No, he doesn't know any Ignan
Yeah.
or Elemental. Would he have known what that thing was?
Roll me. Your choice of a nature or history.
Nature or history? Oh, I'm blind. Yeah, okay.
I'm blind.
No, I have no idea what that was.
Alrighty. That's some weird shit.
Maybe a will-o-wisp? Fairy? Who knows?
Okay. Oh. Hmm. Hmm. I'm trying to decide something.
Sign it away.
Hmm. I think at this moment he is not going to do anything. I think because he also needs to process what he just heard and saw of the partial half of a conversation that he heard. Um, so I think for now he's going to pocket that information and uh, see if that might come into use or better use or better leverage in the future.
So as Gita is walking by, so obviously Maketra's invisible. She's seeming much more cautious now, much more vigilant than she was before. She's walking this way, pretty close to him, but obviously she can't see him. So as she's walking, she's looking around, and she would look in his direction almost as if looking at him, but obviously looking through him. And he would see, if he's paying attention, her eyes go from her flaming red, flash to smoky gray, flash back to orange, and then a very uncharacteristic smirk shows up on her face as she then continues walking forward.
There's more than there's more than just one of these Gitas. Like there's more than two.
Scary as hell.
There's more than two. There's another one. There's a third
That was
one.
very cinematic.
And then a bunch of explosions behind her.
Maketra is not going to have a reaction to that, but it does briefly make him question if she actually saw him or not. Since there seems to be a lot of magical stuff that he does not understand happening. So that is fully within the realm of possibility.
She does go back up into the inn room, and she just walks quietly back to her room, and she just slides back into bed with Clean Jaw, and just goes.
She passes the outside before she goes in. Ring gonna say, "I hope you enjoyed your alone time, fam."
So she'd pass by Rim.
Yeah, cause he's still out there.
Oh, heard. She'll stop and just give him a very kind of stoic expression, gives a quiet nod, and goes, "Of course I did. Thank you," and then goes up to her room.
That was weird.
Alright, so Rin, are you doing anything in particular?
Hello,
Just praying at the center, giving
Kiba.
thanks?
Welcome in. Happy Sunday.
Praying, maybe chit chatting with Atiyan. I feel like that's his guy, you know. He really fucks with him.
Yeah, he's always is around. Yeah.
Yeah, he's just like, man, we really been through a lot, haven't we? He's like, bro, I haven't been there for the whole thing, bro.
Yeah,
I'm
just like
I'm like, remember that time? He said, bro, I wasn't there.
I just got here.
And I'm like, yeah, but you remember that time? He's like, I wasn't there. Like, shut up. And he's like, damn, all right, shut up.
We are doing well today. Long day, but
And
we're
McCracker,
here doing
will you
D&D.
remain out there, or will you head in at some point?
He's probably not going to head in until near dawn.
Okay.
He is going to remain here and think about what he just saw.
Happy Pride Month indeed.
Also, like his own situation, and like if this is something that he would want to bring up with her in the future or not, or if this would be something that could be used for his own personal benefit.
How long was Gita's, like, self-convo?
10, 15 minutes?
Oh, okay.
Not very long.
That's all right. I was gonna say, if that shit was like an hour, then he probably gonna go for a walk, because I don't think he has the attention span to sit in one place for that long.
No, it was not that long. So, if that's that for the night, you take the clock forward again, and if you have not taken your long rest, go ahead and do it now. It'll also be dawn. So, what if for prepared casters? I don't know if we have any actually. What the hell are you all? Zarek is a paladin, so he'll have. I don't know what the hell Rin is anymore.
I don't think we have any prepared.
He's that guy.
Ooh.
That's
Scared
what
me,
he
bro.
is.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah,
Thank
I
Thank
think
you for the ooh.
I think Colin is a sorcerer as well, so yeah, I think Zarek is the only one who has to prepare spells. So Zarek, you can take a look at your spell list and prepare the ones you want for the day. As we...
Do my paladin spells count as automatically prepared?
No, you still have to... You have to choose half your level plus your charisma modifier.
Yeah.
That's the amount of spells you can... And of course, you have the ones from your subclass that will be always prepared no matter what. I think those are marked on your character.
That's what I should have said. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, what's happening?
Oh, just
Preparing
talking
his
about
spells.
preparing his spells. You don't have to do that. I don't think your Conleth have to do that because both of you are spontaneous casters.
Oh, yeah, we don't
Just-
have to.
Yeah.
Real. Shout out spontaneity. That's my
Louis,
MO.
Louis has 2 spell slots, so it doesn't really matter what he has prepared.
No. So true.
And I don't think my character has spell slots. He uses his discipline points for that. So you're all covering. Okay, good. Let me tick the clock forward. It's...
Ooh, pardon me.
I'll take it to 7 a.m. Just 2 hours before... Actually, I'll take it to 8 a.m. An hour before Harbin is going to come to bother you. And also rearrange your tokens back in the Stonehill Inn.
Oh, Rin didn't go back to the inn, by the way. He fell asleep outside.
Like outside by the statue.
Yeah, like what's it called? He put his ring under some of the gold in the statue and then just fell asleep in there.
That is so dangerous.
Okay.
What if someone takes it?
That's actually really interesting because I think Harbin will find you first.
Yeah.
Means I have to go back. Let's go. Sorry about that.
Oh,
I mean, I got a temperature controlled room. Why wouldn't I sleep in there?
Paladin Warble.
So you go into the ring.
Yeah.
This will be delightful.
delightful. Now I'm
Yes.
concerned.
Yeah, your ring just like sat there.
It's like under the gold and like the shrine. It's like on top of the shrine of luck, like offerings and shit.
Yeah, that's never stopped Harbin before.
Oh,
So Harbin comes up and looks at the offerings, and he sees the ring and goes, "Oh,"
Oh,
and reaches to pick it up
is that your way in?
and roll it between his fingers.
Oh.
It's a bit gaudy. I think it would fit nicely with my. Yes. Furs and this. And he slips the ring onto his finger, turn it about in his hand to just try it on. Do you do anything?
like at first, like Rin wakes up, and then he like has a bit of a, I know that ain't who I think it is moment, and then he just thinks. He thinks for a minute about how many offerings he done gave to the shrine in honor of the goddess of luck. And thinking about this weasel of a man stealing from it, he gets real mad to the point where like his cloud-like hair almost starts fucking crackling with fucking like lightning or static. And then he's just like, it's the morning. He takes a deep breath, and then he is thinking about how he's gonna confront Harbin. So like Harbin, he's doing his whole shit in Rin's head. He's like, all right, do I slap him?
Oh my god.
Do I stab him?
Oh my
Do
god.
I punch him?
It went backwards.
Do I, like, he's just going through all the ways that he can violently attack this nigga.
You all heard that. The escalation
then
went slap,
he
stab,
just
punch. That's like up and then back
Pops
down.
out of the ring.
One of those
looks
is
at
objectively worse than the others.
Straight up.
The resulting screech
Oh.
of surprise from Harbin is heard by half the town.
Wait, right when he screams, Rin is going to put his hand over his mouth. He's just like, shh. Don't even talk. Don't even talk. I haven't felt this much anger since I almost died to a dragon. So please, just give me my ring back. And then I'm gonna figure out whether or not I'm gonna beat the shit out of you or not. All right, just and then, so he has one hand over Harbin's mouth, and then
That's
he has another
insane.
hand like making like a come here gesture.
It's like a compliment
waiting for the ring to be
sandwich.
put in his hand.
Harbin, who did scream into your mouth, by the way, into your hand, sorry, by the way, he does hastily take the ring off and hand it to you.
And then like Harbin, while I'm still in neck ringing distance, I need you to tell me, do you regularly take from this shrine?
Do you still have your hand in his mouth?
Yes. And he says, I'm gonna lower my hand in a moment. I just want a yes or a no. And then he lowers his hand.
I can't give that answer. It's not a yes or no answer. There's context.
Yes or no, Harbin? I killed a dragon, Harbin. I don't think a twink is that much of a step
Shut
like,
up.
in my repertoire of what I could kill. So please.
He puts his hands on his
Crazy
hips.
statement during Pride Month. Crazy.
You killed a dragon, yes, and I do not think killing the former townmaster in the town square where you are about to be recognized is.
You can add not Harbin. You can ask anybody in that party. I am shameless. Alright? Please. Like I'm gonna roll intimidation. I'm shameless, Harbin. Just answer the question.
I do not regularly take offerings from the statue. No, I actually regularly place offerings at the statue, which is why I was lucky enough to encounter a band of adventurers who could have helped me with my little dragon problem. Now, sometimes, no, let me finish. Sometimes, I see little trinkets that I think would be a waste. In doing so, I replace the offering, like your shabby little ring, with something of equal or greater value. Usually greater value, especially in the case of your little ring. It doesn't look very valuable, it just looks very stylish. And I would replace the offering more bounty to whoever made the wish, while at the same time acquiring accessories for myself. It's quite a beneficial venture for all of us. I am a businessman, after all.
I feel like Rin would like just he'd like laugh or just like laugh to himself, chuckle. He's like, just go on about your day, Harvey. Like, just nasty little fella.
That's the rub. You are my day. You and your companions. Are you prepared? I said prepared for assembly, for the ceremony. I said to be at the inn for 9 o'clock.
My fault, gang. I barely listened to you. You just don't really, have memorable words. Don't take it personal.
I always take it personally. Please, get yourself ready.
Like, I'm always ready. Like, Rin comes out the ring, like, bathed, fully clothed. Like, he got everything he needs in there. It's his own personal room. So, I'm always ready.
Good. Then keep yourself unspoiled until I'm ready for you.
Just exhales and then takes a seat here.
Oh, I would advise not threatening any of the townsfolk, all of the award bearers, or the performers while you're at it.
I don't threaten people.
You just threatened me.
Hello?
You're subhuman.
Oh my god.
And then he, like, looks away. He said, go about your business. And, like, he shoos him.
How rude of you. I'm going to celebrate today, and this is how you treat me.
Honesty is the best policy, Harbin. Don't you have business
Also,
to do?
I do. I'm actually going to be your boss from tomorrow. You're making a terrible impression.
My boss? Oh. Yeah, he remembers Zarek told him about the escort mission. And then he's like, damn. And then he's like, do I really care? He said, I'll talk to Zarek later. He's like, whatever.
This is so
And
much.
He's like pondering to himself, do I really care? And then he's like, I don't know.
He kind of scuttles off to the side of the road, and he pulls out this like little pouch and takes out what looks like a small tin, opens it, rubs his finger on it, and starts reapplying his lip gloss because he messed it up.
And he said, I tell him, wait, like, aren't you gonna put down your offering of a greater magnitude?
What did you think you put your little puny ring on? However, yes, I shall offer it later. I have things to do. I have things to arrange.
Low.
Anyway, I shall see you at the appointed hour. Ta.
Ridiculous.
he scuttles off.
What a creature.
Right. Here, we'll take a little break. We're almost done, but I need a little break so I can drink something.
Break
It's about 5 minutes.
time. Yes, Aruni.
Sounds good.
Mm.
I also needed a drink. Water, water, water. Is it cat time? I think it's cat time. Let me go get him. Beowulf?
I'm back. Let's do some break. Fun fact: my Harbin voice scares my dogs.
Really? That's funny.
It's really funny. I wouldn't say it scares them; they just don't like it.
LMAO.
I find that the funniest shit.
Okay, we've got kitties.
It's a really
Whatever.
good impression.
Whenever I did like the original, like when I was playing around with trying to figure out Gita's voice, and I did that like more like sing-songy, high-pitched voice, it would make all the cats come to me. I think it's because I baby talk them a lot.
Oh
LMAO.
my god!
I was just surrounded by
Disney
my cats.
princess effect.
So yeah, so I like gradually was just like, yeah, I don't like.
Oh, I just didn't want them to bother you.
Zex has this like stream redeem, where it's just a recording of his cats, like all his cats meowing a lot. And anytime that plays, even in my headphones, my dogs come running
LMAO. It's funny.
and they start like investigating the entire room. They nudge things, they start sniffing all over the place. And I'm like, there's nothing here.
There are no cats in the vicinity.
They're like, we know they're here.
Bro said the offerings of the kind people would go to waste if they're trinkets that look valuable. That's crazy. What a dickhead.
Not valuable, stylish.
Whatever.
He said your ring looks good, but cheap.
I don't really care what he says. That shit is made out of opal. That shit look fire. You just bougie. Can't see real quality.
I just looked through the gift channel. Saw the Jujutsu Kaisen gift with the kitty. Stealing this one.
Oh no. I know that ain't who I think it is. I wish I had that on my soundboard.
So
Give it to me. Give it to me.
add to favorites. Stealing that.
Gita and Dark Gita. What a fight.
I think this session had so many dice rolls, it's insane. But like, outside of combat, I mean, it's wild.
It's cool though.
Yeah,
Wait,
I love when
who
you get
had
to throw the
too many
map
dice
darts.
rolls?
Not too many. This had a lot. This session had a lot of dice rolls
Oh,
for a session
yeah.
without combat.
I think it was fun.
Me too. I'm really stoked about it.
I run to the bathroom. What were we stoked about?
How many dice rolls there were in the session?
Oh, yeah, back and forth, back and forth. It's really weird having to argue with yourself in roleplay.
You did really well though.
It was very awkward for me. I have to get used to it. I'm gonna have to get used to it.
It's okay, Gita. Just know that your biggest fan is always watching.
That's creepy.
Okay. I mean, I'm in the game with you, so I don't know what to say.
Heard that. Thank you. Thank you, my biggest fan.
No problem. My goat.
Counter.
All right, I'm ready if everyone else is.
How dare you
I'm
counter
ready.
jump scare me?
Uh,
Hello, Orc
Tippy Toe is
Florist.
ready.
Welcome
The
in.
real Tippy Toe, my cat.
Hi, Tippy.
Hello, Tippy
Hey,
Toe.
Tippy Toe.
Hello.
Stop.
Oh.
He's raring to
I'm playing
go.
Potemkin and I Potemkin Buster. I hope you're doing good. I'm
Ah.
well. You just broke my
I
back
have
with a
like a-
Potemkin
Bliss.
Buster, so no,
I
I'm
have one of my little
terrible.
cabinets like next to my desk where I'm sitting, so she just
I
gets
hope
on
you're
there now.
doing
She's
well.
directly
Happy
next to me. Just
Pride
stares at me and
Month.
yells. It's cute. Yeah.
Meow.
I like Tippy Toe. When I met him, they were pretty cool.
Sure.
I said when I met him, like EM, but my fault, gang.
That's a
Alright.
princess. That's a princesa.
When I met her,
It's a Potemkin Buster where I throw you
She's
onto
really
the
cool.
couch and make you watch Tu Wong
She's
Fu.
so soft and floofy.
Okay.
Oh, she's on spooky cats.
I know. Hi, honey. She misses Brandon. It's her favorite human in the world is Brandon.
real.
Yeah. Sometimes I look at my door and expect to see staring at me.
I know.
Damn.
All right. Okay, so I put everyone's tokens just on this map. Whatever you're doing, you're doing. It is 7 a.m. So Colin, are you here?
No.
You are. My bad, I had to clear my throat.
Sorry if I'm making things difficult, but no, I don't believe he's there.
At the inn, or like?
No, he's at the
downstairs?
inn, but I believe he's in his room.
Oh yeah, he's in his room. That's fine. I just line people's tokens up so that they can kind of like be in the common area, and I'm moving them around accordingly. This morning, it's just more theater of mind. You are in the company of Kiss, of course, who had promised to come see you tonight, or that last night. So you wake up with Kiss there, and he is actually up. And he is up, literally making sure that your clothing is ready. I wouldn't say pressed, that you have scents available to you, that you have a nice bath to run so that you're all smelling nice, looking good. He's ready to literally like brush your hair for you, and he is excited. And he greets you when you come out of trance, and actually eagerly says, "I've never had to take care of the needs of a hero before, a celebrated one at that." He's just he's having it up. He's having a good time of it. He's all smiles. If you would like, you can roll an insight check to get a read on him, please. You can also choose to take him at face value.
Okay.
The math wrong. 15. He is playing it up. It is, of course, a thrill to be attending to the needs of someone who is about to be acknowledged as the savior of a town. But in his case, it's more a matter of you went through all of that shit and you're back. You're here. And I'm here with you. So that seems to be the reason why he's happy. He's happy to be here. He's happy that you are here and that you've lived through what you're being rewarded for.
He's so young.
He is young.
I think Conleth's interiority is... I'm not going to characterize it as annoyance, but I'm going to characterize it as grumpy. However, He's old enough and wise enough to understand that this is well intended, and he's just going to let him have it. He's going to smile and be grateful.
While he's tending to you, he asks, "Do you have any plans for when you're in the big city?"
Wait. I'm sorry I'm taking so long with my response because I'm
No,
trying to
think
be
away.
I'm trying to be very measured in what I think is happening to him.
Take your time.
I think he'll say that he's looking forward to picking up his new suit of armor and his quarterstaff.
That gets like a deep inhale. Ooh. I think I'll take some time off from this place and travel to Neverwinter to find you, just so I could see you dressed in it.
Gay.
That is pretty gay. But it's Pride Month. I think he just kind of smirks. I think he's a little embarrassed. But embarrassed in a sort of, I don't know, toxic way where he likes the attention. Like, oh start.
No, it's me. That's me.
And he does actually start lavishing you with praise. Some of it's playful bullshit. Other things ring genuine. But at the end of it, or rather when he's finished like dolling you up for your big day, he sets the brushes and stuff aside and just looks at you. So the old town master, the old one, I'm not sure about the new one, is an idiot. He vexes me. Just to see him actually vexes me. And he will probably vex you a lot today.
Okay. So, now that we're talking shit about Harbin Webster, whatever the fuck his name is. And this is not me speaking, this is Kamal speaking. I might as well just lay my cards on the table. Most of my youth was spent in the service of violent extremist zealots. I just fought violent extremist zealots to save this town. I fought with reformed, and he kind of makes, I don't know, whatever the D&D version of do they have air quotes in D&D?
Yes.
Some version of air quotes, reformed not in a patronizing way, in a just sort of mature way. Do what? Be feted by this prancing, preening fop?
You know he's going to make it about him.
Of course he is. I wish the earth would swallow him whole. I wish he would dissolve into a puddle.
It's one of those annoying things that are hard to get rid of.
Well, where there's a will.
Ethically, he laughs.
Ethically. I'm not entirely sure I know what ethics are. I watched nothing but assassinations and murders of convenience and murders of lust and passion for most of my life. Murdering Harbin in cold blood would just barely be enough to fill an afternoon.
His eyebrows raise. Then he looks to the side. That did astonish me to hear, but then I realize lots of people in town probably think like that in terms of him. But he's going away. You're bearing him away, actually. So it's almost like another act of saving the town. And I'm sure once he's in Neverwinter, city's too big for him to actually run into you enough. I'm pretty sure he's going to just leave you to your own devices and go to whatever life he has planned for himself there.
One certainly hopes, but is it we who are bearing him away, or is he bearing us away?
Either way, he's leaving. All you have to endure is a trip on the road.
Endure being the operative term.
His smile is apologetic.
It will put my skills of meditation to the ultimate test.
So they will. I'll visit as soon as I can.
I think he just communicates with glances, not with words. I think he's just kind of enchanted by him.
He does have that presence. Yeah, he's young. He's a little hopeful and starry-eyed, but he does have presence and charisma.
Did you
Yes, very clearly.
Did you just tell me to stop crashing?
He knows how to push certain buttons.
Fuck you, buddy. Ain't shit I can do about that. I don't know why that happened, especially back to back like that. But
last quote-unquote
encounter of a strange kind.
Session. Louis, how do you start your day?
I think Louis wakes up very with no grace and kind of unceremoniously. I don't imagine he snores, but I do imagine that he drools. And he spent the night, after spending the entire day just relaxing, in a very relaxed and deep sleep. He is like face down into the pillow. He's sleeping on his side mostly, but like he's doing that pose where he's on the side from the torso up and then his lower half is kind of in the air. And he is just drooling onto this pillow, having had a very, very nice sleep. And whatever dream he was having, if he can remember it, is like gone in an instant as he opens his eyes and is greeted by the sun. And he doesn't seem happy, nor does he seem annoyed to be awake, but it almost feels like it comes as a shock. Like he has been so relaxed that he's like, oh yeah, I have to actually get up and do stuff. But remembering what day it is, and remembering that the gifts that he commissioned / ordered may be arriving today as well, he kind of, there's like a little pep in his step. He's a little more excited. He mostly prestidigitates himself clean and ready to go. He does wash mostly, or rather, he washes and then prestidigitates to get anything he missed. Make sure his hair is neat. He wiggles his ears, and he steps out of his inn room.
The inn itself is abuzz with activity. People kind of like getting ready to set their duties down and attend the ceremony. You will be like going with Harbin an hour before the actual ceremony starts. It starts at 10. You'll be going at 9 to get ready and be told what you'll be doing. But everyone has like half a day to get their work done. Less than that, actually. So it's kind of busy this morning. Everyone just runs about doing what they do. Your breakfast is served hastily, but still with care. And there's smiles lobbed at you from everyone you see, knowing that you will be celebrated today.
He returns all the smiles, gives a few little bows, and yes, I know, I understand. He keeps like, thank you. Or not thank you. Damn, that's me. He keeps saying like, yes, yes, I am the hero. Yes, of course. And he makes his way to a seat and realizes that this is like the second time in a row where he's been the only one awake, or the first one awake and downstairs. He's like, maybe I should get a partner. He looks around the room.
You have a partner.
Oh. He looks around the room, and then when he hears Ivar's voice, he's like, oh yeah, I do. Swivels
Unless one of those
around.
bed partners, in which case, what are you going to do? There's no space on the bed left when you're starfished out, pouring a lake onto the sheets like you did.
Do you ever stop watching?
Never. I swore I would watch, and so I watch.
He grimaces. I never thought about that until today.
However, there will be times I elect to look away. Like when you made that great ugly hammer.
I do not apologize for that.
Well, I spent the night thinking and I found that you probably found inspiration in the way you sleep. You look like you've just been pounded by one.
I had a relaxing day. It's been some time since either of us have relaxed.
Well, enjoy that. Because I think after today, it'll be the last time you relax for a good long while.
He wears a near constant smile, Louis. But when he hears that, he pauses, the fade smiles, and he goes, what do you mean?
Winds blowing, storms coming the wrong way, hearts beating that shouldn't be. The darkness comes from below. Faith is the greatest enemy sometimes.
His eyes kind of sink to the floor, as if he's like searching for the meaning in those words. And he says, I suppose you couldn't be more direct than that.
If the dead could talk, they'd talk to you. Because they need to. And I know. No clearer than that. Not for you. And your hammer.
He grimaces and says, All right, well, we will cross each and every one of those bridges when we get there. Darkness and dead and hearts that should not beat. And he's like fixing up his hair again, think that I would rather revel in whatever today is supposed to be, right? It's a party of some sort. We love parties.
Is it really the calm before the storm if it's a party? I suppose not. So the party before the storm then. Enjoy your little accolades.
Not that you've ever given me any.
Well, why would I? You're doing the bare minimum for me.
Cross his arms. He's upset by that. I'm working very hard, actually.
I will always watch. And try to make sure you're alright.
He nods and says, I will take solace in that.
I suppose you should. That will give you the power to protect the rest of them too. Because they'll need it. Just as much as you might need protection from them.
Again, he kind of like sighs and sinks his eyes to the ground. Like the floorboards have the answers. And just kind of shrugs and looks at any piece of food and starts to eat it.
And with those words, we will end session for tonight and continue next week. Thank you for playing, everyone.
I love cryptic
Thank
hour.
you and good night.
Good
Good
night,
night.
Danny.
Nighty night.
Next week, we will likely do the ceremony. So, Gita, if you wanted to have something prepared, you have the week to do it. If you don't manage, we'll make up something on the fly.
Yeah,
That's what we're good at. We're
role
D&D
players.
players. That's what we do.
I will do my best to find time.
Yeah.
I already know what the song's gonna be, so I can send that over. But
Oh, well,
details.
yeah, like, if you have a song, that makes things really easy because I can just facilitate you.
Yeah, 100%. I've had it picked out since before we even took our break.
Oh my god. Alright,
Excellent.
good.
I'm
Cool.
not tonight. Not it doesn't have to be tonight, but I did want to chat with you, Barry, at some point about some details.
Of course. Anytime. Hit me up when you're ready and I'll make time.
All right. Say good night to chat. Did you say
Good
dad?
night.
Good night, chat. Thank you for watching.
She said dad.
Later, chat.
All right, chatters. It's over. It's over. Where am I? Oh, here I am. Okay. So, here we go. Ready? Boom. Chat, thank you for joining me tonight. I really do appreciate it. Rest of the week. Tuesday we should be on for Strahd. If not, we'll do something else. I will plan on streaming no matter what on Tuesday. Because Wednesday I will not be available for our Princess of the Apocalypse game. Just found that out yesterday. So won't be streaming at all on Wednesday. Thursday, we're going to be streaming alongside Hollow Fangs. We are going to be playing some Pokemon together. I believe it's the Soul Link campaign thing where you're both linked and it's a Nuzlocke, and if one dies, the other one dies, that sort of thing. It's going to be a headache, but but I'm excited for it actually. So looking forward to that. And then we may also stream on Friday. So lots of stuff coming up. I'll try to keep you posted. But thank you so much for joining me for this evening. I think we're just gonna take off tonight. There are some folks who are live, but I'm pretty tired and I just want to roll into bed. So thank you once again, and as always, Besitos, besitos. Bye.